Hello there and welcome to James Hennon on YouTube. Today I've decided to do another sample reading of my 5 card spread that I've devised myself to help answer questions and queries that you might have at the moment. This spread is ideal if you don't want to do a bigger spread like a Celtic Cross or a horseshoe spread or a horoscope spread. If you just want a quick insight, if you haven't got that much time but you want detail, but you want a bit of detail and something to look at that can give you some ideas of what you can do to sort of start resolving things or get the information you need to make things a bit clearer and to get a better understanding. I'm going to use the JJ Swiss pack today to show this example. So what I'm going to do, all I'm going to do now is just give it a very, very quick shuffle. I'm not going to make too much fuss because this is just a generalized spread. I'll show the positions of the cards and what they mean in certain positions, and obviously give a sort of interpretation of how we can use this spread to answer the question. So I think that will do for that. What I'm going to do is just basically put them into 3 basic piles, the same as I would if I was doing a Celtic Cross. And I'm going to turn them over and see which one I think is probably more in line with what's going on at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to choose the major again. I'm going to go for the Hermit. I'm going to get rid of these 2 piles. Now, this is actually like a sort of cut down version of a Celtic Cross in a way. So obviously, with the first card, we've chosen the Hermit. That's in the centre. That's the central sort of issue, the main situation as things stand at the moment. The second card is the assets working for us within this situation. The third card, the top right, is what we might need to consider with the situation and how we handle it. The fourth card is the best course of action to take once we've considered things and looked at the situation and the assets that we've got. And the fifth and final card is an opportunity to look out for that is going to come in the near future that's going to help us and benefit us in some way with what we're trying to achieve. The question, as always, for me is how I can best achieve my goals that I have for myself and move things forward at this time. So, first of all, the card in the centre is how things are at the moment. So this is suggesting that this is a good time to take a deeper look at the goals that you have for yourself. You need more clarity, so you need to look into things and you need to explore your options more carefully and take your time. You need to look deeper to find the way forward because this situation might not be 100% clear. You might be lacking information, or you may be unclear of how you feel about how you want to move forward. So it's important to trust and rely on your own inner wisdom, your own intuition as you move forward, because it's important to search out what it is you really want to try and achieve with this goal that you're looking to achieve at this time. You need to find the clarity, the light, and to put light on a situation that might not be fully clear. And again, this could be likened to doing a bit of soul searching. Perhaps you're looking at the possibility of changing a career, or you're looking into how to proceed in finding love. Perhaps you're looking for love, or how you might be able to sort of improve a current relationship. It could also be looking into lifestyle improvements. Perhaps you want to take better care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, or perhaps it could be another issue. Whatever your goal is at this time, so you'll have to liken it to that. So that's the central issue at the moment. So the asset we've got working for us in the second card is the Ten of Wands. Now, this is suggesting that we need to look into finishing something off of importance before we really start to look at new options. So we're almost at the end of what we need to work through at this time. The Ten of Wands is suggesting that it is very difficult at the moment, but the asset is that we've got the strength to get through things, to complete what we need to complete. And we've got the insight to know that we've got to do that before we can start planning anything new. We're almost at the end of a cycle. So something is, as I say, coming to an end. And there's going to be a fresh start soon. So the asset is that we've got the ability the stamina and the know-how to be able to start finding our way forward through the restrictions that we've been feeling lately, knowing that there's a last little bit has got to come through. And once we deal with this last little bit, we can then start afresh. So that's the asset. So things are looking good for us if we can complete things and if we can stick things out. It's likely that we are. We then go on to what we need to consider. So again, we have the 10 of Pentacles this time. So we need to make sure that we do complete these things. And we need to complete them in such a way that they will bring the accomplishment that we're looking for. We have to bring things to a favourable ending by working through what we needed to work through. This will give us an extra sense of security and stability as we then plan to go forward with our next step. It means just taking sort of control of the situation completely and making sure that all practical, mundane or financial things are sort of, are taken care of and are finished off. All the obligations, that's the word I was looking for, obligations that we need to see through, to make sure that we see them through. We have to finish something off and bring it to a successful conclusion. Now, this card obviously is the best course of action. So how do we best deal with that? Well, stability is very important at the moment. We need to bring something to a workable, stable situation. We need to complete the first few stages of a creative endeavor. So the goals that we're putting together, we need to bring them to a stable and secure position. It doesn't mean that we need to rush. We just need to be patient and understanding as we find this stability. So the chances are that we are going to start something new, but it's more importantly with the second and the third card. It's about finishing things off first and bringing that level of security from the 2 10s, and then of course the stability that we find in 4, because 4s mean stability. So we need to bring it to a successful and stable situation, one that brings a bit of a chance for us to sort of enjoy what we've created and enjoy what's come about as a result of this. So we're not going to achieve great results unless we finish things off and we make things more secure and more stable. And that's really the best approach. It's not that exciting, unfortunately, but patience and understanding as we move forward is very keen, looking for answers and looking to finish off things and secure things. So the opportunity that's likely to present itself is that we will eventually, when the time is right, when we've stabilized and secured the situation, we will have the new ideas to act on that will be able to then take action. Once we've established some security and stability, new ideas will come and we will be able to act quite quickly and move forward again. So initially it's going to be about taking your time and being patient and sort of getting that deeper understanding of everything. Once everything's together and we feel in a good position, then the opportunity will then present itself in time for us to move forward. There's likely to be much communication as an opportunity to communicate and generally move forward with what we're trying to move forward with. And it's likely to be quite swift. The mental activity is likely to be good. We're going to better cut through most of the problems we've got, see a clear way forward, and be able to successfully act on that. So that's that sort of card. So basically, to summarize this whole spread, what it's really suggesting is, by looking deeply into things, taking your time, finishing off and applying yourself with the work that you need to apply, and making sure that you finish it off in such a way that brings that security and that sense of fulfillment, you will then reach a stage of stability. And the best course of action is to enjoy that stability, not to push yourself forward too much initially at this time, because you will then, in the near future, have the opportunity to then move forward when it's the correct time to do so. So it's all about, knowing when is the right time to move, making sure you dot the I's and cross the T's before you start to move forward is the key to that. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Let me know in the comments section below what you think. It's my own spread. I've come up with it myself. I have integrated it from other spreads, so feel free to play around with it, have a go yourself. You can even change the cards if you want to, the card meanings, positions. We'll come up with something different yourself. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give us a thumbs up if you have. And if you haven't already subscribed, I would appreciate it. That would be lovely. Until the next video, take care, and I shall speak to you soon. Bye-bye.